Hello, my name is Karina and this is my perfume map. Today I wanted to share a haul with you, and I would call this for the most part like an ultra blind buy haul. When I am looking for perfumes, particularly like on eBay, but I'll do this on FragranceNet too, is I'll filter to like lowest price first. So if there's a shop on eBay that I like, I'll go to their shop and then I'll filter lowest price. And I'll see what they have just at like rock bottom prices. You can do that on FragranceNet as well. You can just shop the clearance section. And once I have like a cart that looks interesting, I'll check out. On eBay, it's easier because it's usually free shipping no matter what the price. On FragranceNet, I think it's like a $60 limit you have to reach to get free shipping. Anyway, most of these are from an eBay store called beautyencounter. So if you find them on eBay, they have like a really high what's it called, rating. Like they have, I think they have like over, it's either they have like 15,000 reviews or they have like 150,000 reviews. I can't remember. I'll try to at least put the store name in the description. I don't know if I can link stuff. I just haven't like worked that out with YouTube. Okay, so the first one I want to show you is not from that store, but it is from eBay. And this is Scentblendz Amber Sandalwood by Revlon. There's nothing really on the bottle. Let me see if I can grab the box real quick. So here's the box. Amber Sandalwood Scentblendz, 100 ml. And I love sandalwood, so I thought, well, I'll try it out. And I had never heard of this, and I like the House of Revlon. In fact, I want to do like a full Revlon, like showing everything I have from the house perfume-wise. But this, I could only find information on Wiki Parfums. I don't think this is even on Fragrantica. And it's amber sandalwood, pear, cedarwood, bergamot, iris, orris, and violet leaves. The perfumer is Jacques Hucklier. I'm not sure how to say his name, but he has created a lot of perfumes, including Victor and Rolf Coral Fantasy. But this is, when I first spray it, it smells very modern. I don't even know what year this was created because I couldn't find it. But this has, when you first spray it, there's like a santal fragrance that does have that very fresh sandalwood smell. A lot of people will describe it as like dill pickle. I just really smell like a fresh cut wood smell. In the mid, I get like an amberwood smell, which usually I think I've identified that as like not being my favorite because there is kind of like a rubbery, woody smell, but that fades pretty quickly. And in the end, what I get is like a very spicy, floral, kind of resinous fragrance. I like this one. I'm not 100% sure that like it's a love yet, but there's 3 other ones. I think there's a rose apple, a jasmine honeysuckle, and a grapefruit. And I'm kind of curious about them. I think they're made at Givaudan. We'll give it a little spray. I'm actually wearing this one today, so I could have just sniffed my arm. Yeah, there's something that reminds me of Santal 33 when I first spray it. That fades pretty quickly, and you get an amberwood, and then in the very dry down, which I really like the dry down, it's a resinous, kind of spicy, floral amber sandalwood. So I think that this is, you would have to like modern perfumery. I smell a lot of what I notice in modern perfumery. A lot of people will call it synthetic. A lot of people will call it aroma chemical. I mean, they've always been there, but like this in particular smells very modern. It's $12.99 on eBay. The second one I got, this is just a total blind buy. This is like an ultra blind buy, meaning like, I don't know these perfumes. I've never heard anybody talk about these perfumes. I just saw that they were cheap, and then I kind of looked at the notes and I said, I'll try it. So this one was $9.90. This is Aurora Fuoco by Michelangelo. It's like an Italian fragrance company. I don't know anything about it. And this is a Chypre floral. You get like a lot of fruit, then florals, and then oak moss. And I like this kind of fragrance. This does remind me a little bit of Choc de Cardin, which I talked about last time. This is a little bit lighter. This is a little bit peachier. This came out in 2001. I don't know who the perfumer is, but it has peach, petitgrain, bergamot, jasmine, geranium, rose, lang lang, musk, vetiver, cedar, styrax, and oak moss. And yeah, it's new to me, so I don't know, like, do I love it? Is it like worth getting? I mean, it was $10. I like Chypres, so I went for it. And yeah, it's like the color of the bottle is pretty good. I mean, it's a pretty good representation of what it smells like. Have you tried anything by the House of Michelangelo? I hadn't even heard of it before this. The next thing I want to show you, this is like my favorite of this haul, I think. So if you look at this bottle, I mean, this is how it came, tester sticker on it. I just didn't take it off because I wanted to show you, like, this is really what you get. No cap, so it just had this little toilet paper roll thing on top of it. And this is by Dana, Shades by Dana. This came out in 1995. I have no memory of it. I would have been like 20, 21 in 1995, 20. But this is like, this was like the score, I think, of my cheapy haul, ultra blind buy haul, because this smells like, well, I'll tell you what it smells like to me first. It smells like Coast bar soap. It's like that blue bar soap that smells super clean. I love keeping these in my bathroom, like, and in the kitchen too, for just hand washing. I love these kind of bar soaps. They're not expensive. They smell super clean. They smell good in the room. This has notes of mandarin orange, bergamot, basil, tea, water hyacinth, mint, peony, lily, cardamom, and woodsy notes. This is like a soapy mint green tea. If you like green tea by Elizabeth Arden, or even like Tommy Girl, those kind of like fresh kind of tea-like fragrances, then I think you'll really like this. And it was $6.49, and the seller is, like I said, Beauty Encounter. I think that's right. I'll make sure to put it right in the notes. But yeah, I mean, $6.49. I'm really tempted to get another one because I've worn this twice already and I really like it. I live somewhere where it's humid, and if you live in a humid place, you know that it's different than living somewhere that just experiences a dry heat. And the difference is that you can't compare temperature wise. Like they'll say like, oh, just add 10 degrees. Like if it's 85 here, imagine it's like 95. But even that isn't right, because it's sort of like the physical equivalent of like a mental brain fog. Like you go outside and you just feel like, oh, like you kind of feel like, or I kind of feel like I need to like walk slower, or I just want to sit down, or like I just need some ice water. You know, it's very, it's like heavy. So a soapy fragrance I love in the humidity. And this one, I'm going to really enjoy this summer. And the price is right. The next one that I got is Cafe Puro Iced. And I've talked before about the Cafe that is kind of an opium dupe. And I really like that. So I decided to try these ones. Puro, Cafe Puro. Pretty bottle with little coffee beans on it. Now, I don't know why it has coffee beans on it. I don't really know what the deal is with this brand, like if they're just a dupe house, because this is 100% undeniably a Dolce & Gabbana light blue dupe. It's more like the light blue intense because I get more woody notes than I get citrus. There is some citrus, but it's kind of that woody blue, slightly citrusy fragrance. It's $5.90, free shipping on eBay. It's a very good light blue dupe. And anybody who smells this, you would know right away that's what it is. Like, I haven't compared it side by side, so I'm sure there's differences, but it's just undeniably, that's what it is. And if you like that fragrance, here is a very cheap option. The Cafe Puro Iced. Yeah. Did I say Puro Intense? I meant to say Cafe Puro Iced. And I do have another one, Cafe Puro Intense. And this one, right away when I smelled it, I'm like, I know what that is. That's an Amore dupe. Because I used to wear Amore. And I got rid of my bottle eventually because there's something about this fragrance that either smells amazing to me when I smell it, or it smells like way too much and I can't handle it. And it's funny because my son was in here when I opened this, and he tried it and he said, oh, this is either the greatest thing I've ever smelled or the worst. And then I smelled it and I was like, oh, that's funny. I know what this smells like. And I kind of agree. And my son is 11. He's the one who made my outro for me. But yeah, it's that fruity, it's like a fruity amber musk. If you've smelled Amore, this is a very close dupe. And it was $5.99. And the next one that I got is called Essence of Lucky. And this is a hemp oil, a hemp perfume oil. I do not smoke anything, but I do kind of like hemp fragrances. I do not like smelling the people who like to smoke stuff and then go to the Dollar Tree and stand in the candy aisle. You know what I'm talking about. The smell that I smell now, wafting from people and cars, is not what I remember smelling in San Francisco. Like, I don't know if it's because like they're not burning it, or if it's like a liquid. I don't know what it is. I've never vaped anything. I don't know how to do that, but it doesn't smell right to me. And it doesn't smell like this oil. This hemp oil smells like a spicy green fragrance. I think that's why I like hemp fragrances. And it kind of reminds me, I have an oil perfumery dupe of Tuxedo by YSL. It kind of reminds me of that, which is like a patchouli, woody smell. So yeah, it's kind of like, I feel the same way about a hemp oil as I do like patchouli. It's just kind of earthy and green, a little bit fresher than patchouli. So I like this, and I paid, let's see, $5.99 again. And yeah, I'll get some use out of that. The next one I have is more of a sample that I bought from the same store. And this is Lolita LMPA Jolie, or Jolie. I think that's how you say it. So I have an Lolita LMPA that I got used, and I've enjoyed getting to that fragrance. This one smells kind of like just a fruity musk. I don't get any kind of like, when I think of Lolita LMPA, I kind of think of like a licoricey, really seductive type of perfume. This smells very light and fruity and musky. This is a 7.5, and I paid $7.90 for it just to try it out. I don't know. The jury's out on that one. I'll have to wear it more. It didn't like make a big impression. So the ones I've showed you so far, that's what I got from eBay. I picked up another item from Shop Goodwill, and what I got was, I got two 1.5 new in the box, and this was in like a sealed plastic clam that was like really intensely like shut. I had to like cut it with like shears to like get it open. And what I bid on was just 2 bottles of Elizabeth Arden Red Door, and I was the only bidder, so I got it for $14.99, 2 bottles. And I thought that's a good deal because I've been looking at Red Door, and it, you know, like a bottle of Red Door, like the 3.4 is usually around 28 bucks, which isn't like expensive, but you know, I thought I'll get this, 2 of them, $14.99. So I'm getting a 3.4 for cheaper. But what I found when I opened the boxes is that these are vintage bottles. They're vintage new in the box bottles, and I have another one still in the box. And what's interesting about that is I always thought that Red Door, when I smelled it, like they usually have like a little stand of it at Sam's Club. I thought it smelled really, really similar to Charlie Red. So I never really thought I had to get it because I have Charlie Red and it's a lot less expensive. This vintage bottle, this is way different. I mean, I can smell Red Door, but there's like a spiciness to it. There's like really a lot of spicy florals. So have you tried this version of Red Door? Do you know this vintage version? I think 2 bottles of it for $14.99 was a pretty good deal. And I didn't know that that's what I was getting. I thought I was just buying Red Door. And nobody else wanted it, so there you go. And my last thing, some of you are going to think that this is like too much. Some of you are going to think that like maybe I'm a little bit weird. But when I picked up the Red Door, it was at the Goodwill outlet. So I went in there, and in one of the bottom of the bins, I found this bottle of Victoria's Secret Pure Seduction Untamed. And I was like, oh, cool. Like, I probably said that out loud, and people around me were probably like, yeah, whatever, lady. Like, an almost empty bottle of body spray. Score for you. But it is a score for me because I pay by weight. This was about 30 cents. I've never smelled any Victoria's Secret body mist, so like this was exciting for me. And I don't think they're selling this one right now. So, you know, 30 cents for about an ounce of body spray, like that's a good tester for me. And what I get here is like a very kind of spicy berry fragrance. It kind of reminds me of like Olivia Bell or those kind of fragrances, you know, like they're kind of, you know, really sweet, but also spicy and kind of seductive. Pure Seduction, I guess, good name. But I will enjoy this 1 ounce of body spray, and if I find more of them sitting there in the bins you know, and I pay by the pound, I'll get another one. Anyway, this was my haul. I hope you enjoyed it. Do you have any of these fragrances? Are you going to try to get any of these fragrances? As always, like, I appreciate your comments. I love chatting with you. Oh, there was one other thing I was going to get to. So sometimes in my comments, speaking of comments, people will say, you know, I would rather just buy one thing than get all of these like random perfumes. And like, I fully understand where they're coming from, but a lot of times I'll get those comments and like, I'll say that my entire haul was like $50. So this entire haul was $75. Everything here I got for $75. And I was looking on like a few different websites to see like if I was gonna buy one bottle of perfume for $75, like what would I get? So on Ulta, some of the things I saw was I could get like a 1 ounce of Mon Paris by YSL for about $50. I already have a travel size of that. I could get a full-size bottle of Billie Eilish. I could get a Mist Your Rollerball for around $50. I could buy a full-size bottle of Light Blue. From Joma Shop, I could get like a 120 ml bottle of Mancera Roses Vanille. I could get a bottle of Versace Bright Crystal, or I could get a bottle of like Jimmy Choo I Want You. That's kind of what's in the $75 range for like one bottle. So like, yeah, I could do that, but it's more fun for me to try a bunch of things. And then if I end up like getting rid of a couple, it's like, I don't know, I just feel like I don't have all my eggs in one basket. As far as like, if I spend $75 and I like 5 of these fragrances, then I feel like that's pretty good. And honestly, I like them all. The only one that I probably won't wear that much would be the Amore dupe, the Cafe Intenso. Anyway, again, thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. I will talk to you really soon, and goodbye. Subscribe.